Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train. Let's play another run. Complete random. Last run, feel a little bit bad about how it ended up, but you know what? I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure things out. Find the right balance between units and spells, delaying on melding units and actually getting the melding done quickly. For example, Pyre Chomper, very interesting unit. What is your thing, Pyre Chomper? Hold on, let's add these to my deck first of all. Do you give me energy or make a unit cheaper? I mean, if we get some Demon Fiends, we might be able to put a Chomper and a Demon Fiend. But you know what? I think that's probably not what you want. I think at least for imps, first of all, we have a ton of imps, but I think for imps, you probably just want to have like a Demon Fiend that you play along with the Pyre Chomper. You want to save the Demon Fiend melding for like multi-strike, which we're gonna try. When you first summon your champion, gain a random unit with 10/10 -1/1. Pretty useful. Jack Strips is also very good though. In fact, even in the later game, this is nice, but at least early, all of these enemies that have 1 HP, they're not gonna make it through. Jack Strips is gonna murder them. When we get into the later game, it's gonna be useless, but are we really gonna get a random unit with conscription notice? Not really. So we'll take Jack Strips just to help us out for the time being. And then we might wanna go for a Horde. There's a lot of free artifacts we could grab and a lot of opportunities, especially late, 4 in a row to Divine Temple Meld. I'm gonna take one artifact. Draw until you have 10 cards. X cost gets +3 or 7 energy on the first turn. These are all great. Lost Luggage means that you might be able to just like ball out of control with, you know, hell, Permafrost cards in hand that you can play later. A lot of imps that you can toss out there. Pyre Chomper that you might be able to use for some other unit. 7 energy on turn 1 means you can play anything, including a Demon Fiend. X +3. I mean, there's a lot of good X cost cards, even if it's just like a vent. It's not great, but in fact, it's not really all that good. But I think we're gonna go Lost Luggage. Drawing 10 cards means that you can get pretty much whatever you need early. Imps cost less, or at the end of turn, kill imps and toss them. Imperialist, I think Imperialist is the upgrade path that gives us a lot of health. That honestly feels good, because if we have Rage Imps, we can always build Rage ourselves. Let me check this real quick though. Yeah, Imperialist is the tankiest, and I like action kill all imps. I hate that by the time we get later on in the run, we're gonna need desperately armor on the Shardtail Queen, but I still like it. Welder Helper and Fledgling Imp. Imps cost less. I'm gonna take, out of Imp Parade and Imperialist, you do get an Imp every turn, which is nice, but I think I'm gonna go for Imperialist. I love the deal 40 damage. If we get any Imps with Endless, we get them every turn. Although a free Imp. No. I think we want the Queen. I think we want the Imperialist. We'll take it. We do need armor. We have no armor yet, so it's gonna be hard to get some, but. Armor 10 on units. Unfortunately, it means that Jack Strips is gonna be useless, but if we chuck imps, enemies will still die, so it's not really that bad. And we can definitely keep imps alive here, although it will cost us a lot of imps, but honestly, who cares? So the Queen's gonna come out. Tank. And then one imp that'll just explode. All of a sudden, everything's dead. You love to see it. In that case, we're gonna grab Train Steward. Everything here is dying. You know, you might as well put like 2 more Train Stewards out here. Sure, you're not gonna have the energy next turn, but at least you get your units out. These boys are hitting me, but they're not doing much. You're dying. Rage, you know, why don't you just tank some hits for me, please? You know what? We should have put one in the back and it would have exploded. That was very dumb. In hindsight, we should have really put one imp in the back, but they're still all gonna die. Well, hopefully they're all gonna die. Yeah, they're all gonna die. All right, end turn. You do deal 6 damage. We have imps. We need 1 in the back to explode, and then we can tank, and then we can tank another hit. So we're gonna have 1 imp explosion, and this guy in the back is gonna be annoying. Honestly, keep the ice tornado because it'll kill you on the next turn. Very good, very good, very good, very good. That being said, what I'm gonna do is hold the ice tornado. We can't really hold it forever though, can we? We gotta play the ice. Oh, it's killed you! And we don't end turn, so we don't take the damage from the card. Beautiful. Okay. We have to take Welder Helper because we need armor. And we need this unit to basically be endless. It's the perfect imp, we just need to keep this imp alive now. Apply spell weakness, attune, deal 25 damage to the front enemy unit, discard a card at random, Mollusk Mage. I'm not a big fan of any of these. Ice Tornado does damage, we don't really need a Titan's Gratitude to do damage. Energy Siphon is pretty good, it's free, buffs our damage. That being said, I wanna go heavy into the imps and units, that doesn't really help me. I do like this. Demon Fiend on a sweeper is beautiful, especially if you can get quick. So I think what we're gonna do is take Silophyte and then hope that we can get another Demon Fiend later to meld in. Now we could take a Demon Fiend now and then put, you know, +30/+30 on something else, but wouldn't we rather have the Silophyte who, if we get Sweep and Large Stone, can handle the floor on her own without needing upgrades, and then we can put something else inside of her later. We gotta find a way of killing these units. That does it. Demon Fiend though, admittedly, we can meld and then get Multi-Strike. Dude, you can get Multi-Strike. I mean, we don't, technically the Queen sweeps, but she has to live long enough. You know what, take the Demon Fiend. We'll find more units. I like getting at least 1 upgrade early though. 1, you know, unit, I should say. And we can get another Stygian unit here, so maybe we can get lucky. Let's see what we get. Endless on that Welder Helper is amazing. And we got another Silophyte. Beautiful, you love to see it. I mean, we know exactly what we're doing right now. You need to put Endless on this Welder Helper. Because now you have armor every turn, and then what we can do, if we want, are we okay going for another artifact? Nah. What we could do is we could put like +25 health on that. They're all gonna die thanks to jackstrips. Put 25 health on that imp, and it can tank a hit. And then actually live and then still get yeeted, so it's fantastic. So everything's gonna die, so really we should just, like, play on the top floor. Everything's gonna get yeeted, but it does not matter. You might as well play the imps. Well, you know what? Play a Terrain Steward. Demon Fiend, unfortunately, is not gonna be that useful. Silophyte will be useful, although on the top floor, maybe not. I mean, really, there's not much of a point of playing this Silophyte, but I guess you could play him here. Hope for the best. You're not gonna die, so we need to play this. Our Queen on her own might have a bit of a hard time dealing with the units that move up, but really, we're just waiting for that imp. As soon as we get that imp, the imp that we need, we're all good. I'm gonna put a couple of imps down here though, just in case they can live. So, you want Pyre Chomper. Welder Helper, you really wanna stack up here. With 5 energy, we can play Tornado. It killed the unit making it up, that's beautiful. And then honestly, you should give rage to the imps. They're gonna live for several turns. We're doing 58 damage on an imp floor. That's fantastic. Now, do you play the Terrain Steward? I think you do. Just because we're not taking damage up there, and we're not gonna be, you know, under the effect of Ember Drain. Keep stacking up the armor. I wish that we had more damage on the Queen, but she can tank, slightly. This might get a little tight, but it'll work. This should do it, honestly. There we go. And then you just play this. So our queen is garbage. An endless rage imp would also be nice. A way of applying multi-strike to her would be nice. Hidden passage I don't really think we want, because we actually do want to have room to place imps. We don't have any other units right now. It is tempting so that we can build one big floor, but I think we just want like a horn break. Piercing plus the damage is fantastic. We don't need another ice tornado, although we can make them pretty cheap in the long run. But I think here we'll just skip. I mean, this is all pretty much what we want. Horned Warrior has multi-strike. And we can pretty easily make him a +30/+30. And if we give him more multi-strike, he's just getting stronger. So we have a silo fight. If we get quick, we'll make her the big unit. Otherwise, we'll make him the big unit. So I think we should take the Horned Warrior just to play the odds. Just so that we have units that we can get upgrades for or meld. We have options. I like having options, so I'm gonna take that Horned Warrior. And if we meld him, we can always duplicate him in the future. So this is gonna be a temporary bonus. You might as well take it. Steward units get +10/+10 damage shield 4 multi-strike 2 remove after 1 battle. Okay, yeah, sure. Divine advanced prototype. I will take a very minor benefit, thank you. And now, do you want to duplicate a card? Probably not yet. We've got duplication here, although there's not a lot going on. And then at the very end, we have one with Merchant of Magic. So we might be able to duplicate once. It's like if we can meld here. If we duplicate, are we going to put the Demon Fiend inside of the Silo Fight? +30/+30? God, that's so good though. I don't think we need a Stygian unit, unless it's gonna be like an endless frost tank, frost shark. I think we're okay with maybe duplicating the Demon Fiend right now and putting it in the Silo Fight. So we can have eventually a melded Silo Fight, give her quick, and then a melded Horned Warrior, give him more multi-strike. So we can have the Queen doing damage and then these two units doing a lot of damage, and hopefully that'll be enough. I kind of like it. So I'm tempted to go right path here, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go right path. Gives us the opportunity to maybe upgrade as well. Or maybe we could duplicate here. Trap Shoot or Steel Pulley Claw. I like Trap Shoot because if we are quick, if we are sweep, if we are imp toss, then something free, it works a little bit better than something you gotta pay 2 energy for. So I like the doors. Days 2, no problem. All right, so let's look at this real quick. Upgrade a spell to cost -2. It is pretty good on Ice Tornado. We don't want to purge. Sacrifice. Pyre Chomper into the Demon Fiend is playable, but Demon Fiend inside of the Horned Warrior is just a ton of damage. It's 45 × 2 initially, and then we can maybe stack Rage on him later. We have Rage Imps, so I'm like, okay. We could put a Summon Rage 5 inside of a Welder Helper, armor and Rage every turn. That's actually really good. Yeah, you know, I actually think that we dupe the Demon Fiend, and then we start melding the Demon Fiend. I think that's the best thing for us. It's gonna be a little expensive as far as Pax Shards go, but it just gives us such good units, you know? And this guy has no upgrades on him. He's already a freaking 45 × 2. And all we gotta do is just live long enough. Strike is no problem. Although, are you pushback? No, you're just days. We just want to be able to eventually buff them up. It's gonna be so easy. Okay, so you go out, you're gonna get tossed, we're not gonna have an energy problem. Everything here is gonna die, so like we absolutely could just like train steward the middle floor. And then, you know, you might as well just give you 18 frostbite, why not? They're all dead. Beautiful, you love to see it. Descend and apply daze too. We'll think about that. Should probably just do it right here. I do worry about not having the capacity to play everything, so I would very much like to get capacity as our upgrade here. I would want to play the Horned Warrior behind the Imp Queen and still have him do a lot of damage, maybe the Silophyte or something. It's weird, but I kind of don't want to play anything in that case. But we really should. So what I'm gonna do is this, which should allow us to, and I can just put you here to die, should allow us to place like train stewards in front of him, and then maybe, we're not gonna have room for an imp, but still a train steward blocks shots, so why not? You're still dazed. So yeah, give me a boomer imp. You only block one shot though. We really should rage. I mean, why not rage this guy then? Yeah, let's do it. Do 10 damage. Now, admittedly, that's a lot of units, but we can deal with them. Toss out a Pirate Chomper, toss out an Ice Tornado. That floor's fine. Tank a hit. Toss an Imp. Toss an Imp. Taking 71 damage, you're taking 77. Actually, the Frostbite's starting to stack up, which is kind of, I don't know, embarrassing maybe? We finally got our Welder Helper, get out of there. Luckily, we got some damage shields, so this shouldn't, yeah, he's already dead, beautiful, okay. And the whole point of this Welder Helper is that we're getting 20 armor plus whatever else we want every turn. Rage, if we want to meld another imp inside of it, and reinforce is our big payout with that armor if we can get it. I think we can get it. Ancient Synergy is also pretty good, but I think we want reinforce. We can make it cheap. And Steelworker is a very good unit for our lady. We've done this before, I think, with Steelworkers. Steelworker is, I think, where we want to go. We can put it on the same floor as our champion, and then all of a sudden we're getting a lot of armor. Now, our champion is not going to necessarily do that much damage, but if we get rage on top of the armor, we can start scaling 2 units. So we're going to give it a shot. We need capacity. Our units are going to get really big as we upgrade them. Really big. I don't think we need another Hellhorn unit. So we'll go for unit upgrades and card removal. And if we need money, we have money. But Train Steward's gotta go. We have so many imps in this deck, good God. Multi-strike is just absolutely beautiful. It's tempting to put it on the Steelworker, but I think you gotta go Horned Warrior 45 times 3. We can put a Horned Warrior on the same floor as our champion. They won't be gaining 5 armor every turn, but like, this Demon Fiend is gonna be incredible. And by Demon Fiend, I mean Horned Warrior. That's fantastic. Now, upgrade, we could make the Welder Helper have 10 HP. I think that's good enough, honestly. Yeah. We could reroll, and if we get Quick, we could put Quick on our Silophyte, which would be fantastic. Next fight, we could meld. So why don't we just reroll to see what we get? Quick. You're a sweeper, aren't you? You're a sweeper. So Quick on you is amazing. Yeah, that's what we want. So we will take the gold. Can we afford it? Yeah, okay. So take the gold. Now we have Quick on our sweeper, and when we put the Demon Fiend inside of her, she's gonna be able to kill an entire wave on her own. You know, is that health? Yeah, okay, we're gonna put health on the Welder Helper as well. Might as well spend. So far, everything is going kind of just fine. Rally or more imp damage. Honestly, the raw stats are kind of better. The queen is kind of acting as a tank. Really though, it's weird. She's a tank that's here specifically just to get the same imps over and over again, but it still works. Restores all health when they move up a floor. I think we actually could do it, but this is still the event where you say, nah, you don't do it. Because if you fail big time and you take like 50 damage. So, like per unit that makes it up, they all die. You die, I should say, freaking horribly. Okay, we gotta get spell upgrades too. But I like this because we've got a lot of good stuff here. Horned Warrior and the Shardtail Queen are going on the same floor. Steelworker and our Sweeper is going here, even though she's not really that stacked. We gotta put him down at some point. But the Horned Warrior's gotta go. So he's going up. He's doing a lot of damage. She's gonna be tossing a lot of imps. You're gonna give armor to units. And then I think you might as well just trap shoot just to make sure that this guy is, you know, dazed forever, and maybe we can ice tornado him. So we'll just do this. Applies a little bit of damage. And then, oh, you're gonna freaking make it. Not on my watch. All right, it's gonna, the top floor is gonna hurt. We're taking 35 damage. In fact, it's gonna hurt a lot, like a lot. Really, I'm just not drawing the imp. Really, every card in this deck needs to go except for that one imp. That's the only thing I care about. I think we've got to try to save ourselves 30 damage. I mean, that's one way of doing it, I suppose. Our queen is going to almost die. Hey, there's our imp. Thank you. Welcome to the show, imp. Now we could put him in the front to tank, but we want him to give the armor. The health is really just so that we can, you know, survive sweeps and stuff. Okay. Horn break. Who are we gonna horn break? Can't kill you, can't kill you, can't kill you. Might as well kill one of you. Not a big fan of the fact that there's so much health moving up, and admittedly, we don't really scale in damage. We just toss imps. So I'm looking at this and like, this guy's gonna make it up. Okay, now he's taking 75 damage, but still, he's kind of making it up, which is a little annoying. We need more everything. We need more damage, we need more sweeps. We need to upgrade our units and actually play them. But that wasn't too bad. I hope our queen can live for a few turns while this guy is slowly getting annihilated. Go ahead and put spell weakness, as long as you can. And maybe even just hold on to the ice tornado so we have something to play next turn. Although we might just double armor. You are dead, so this is the opportunity to double armor. It's scary. It's scary because that didn't really go that well. But we're still in it for now. Impalate, Impressive, Inflame. An impressive holdover would be fantastic because we could kill our imps and then play more imps. Impalate is also a lot of damage, but we're gonna have so much spell shield to deal with. Inflame is scaling. We need more rage gain. We need a lot of stuff. Incant Armor 1, it isn't Incant Armor. Preserve to freeze a card. Frenzied Swarm to apply Daze 1 to enemy units. Discard your hand. This on holdover is also great because you can stop your queen from taking any damage, but it's gonna take the preserve, and we need to meld, but we're almost there. We're almost there. I think we will go to the right, though. We don't have enough money to really spend upgrading, so we might as well check the cavern and remove 2 cards. Otherwise, what are we doing here? Essentially nothing. So we'll go to the right. We will remove the train stewards. At least the imps, you know, they get exhausted for 1. And then once we play all of our imps, we really have nothing else in the deck, do we? It's all pretty bad. Check out the caverns. Just money, huh? We have a lot of pyre health. I'll take the cash. We tend to die clearly, not due to little chip damage, so I think we can afford to do this. Reinforce, we'll pay for it. But this has to be done. You've got to be sacrificed. The Icy Silophyte needs to be stronger, and now we have the ability to wipe floors, which is just fantastic. Making a spell cheaper helps basically not at all. Not more than just upgrading our spells, which is probably what we're gonna do next, honestly. Because we can just put -2 for 50 gold. This is okay, this is like 14 pyre damage if you do nothing, and these guys are super weak. Okay, we did not get the queen, not the queen, the Silophyte, but that's okay. What did we get? Nothing really that good. All right, well, we can still toss the queen, we can put the steelworker out, and then we can put both the other units at the bottom floor. They would be effective. You probably use the steelworker to tank for the Silophyte, though, because then the queen can tank for the other guy, which I kind of like. So imp, queen. I'll take 4 damage, who cares? You're all dead to jack strips. I do want to play at the bottom, so I think you have... If I play you, you're dead. So I can't really play you down here. I could play you here, but then we're not able to like put units in front of the queen, but still the steelworker might be able to buff enough that I keep calling it a queen. The Silophyte might live. Because like this guy is gonna hit, and that armor 5 is not gonna be worth all that much, is it? I could just keep you in the deck and just get, play you later, but we're not getting the armor in that case. But the Silophyte can pretty much do the job on her own, for the most part. If we have like an ascend, an ascend on holdover doesn't really... We need to play the imps on the floor with the queen, but she's bad. She's not as good as we need her to be, at least not yet. And we don't have regenerating rage except for inflame. This is a tough one. This is a very tough one. I suppose we'll play the steelworker here. Units will die to jack strips, and he'll at least stay alive. So what do you do then? I suppose you just put down another imp. Try to keep the health on her. Now that we have this draw 10, 7 energy turn 1 would actually be quite nice, wouldn't it? Okay, you've got to be played. Unfortunately, the steelworker is dying, but we'll deal with it. We need imps. Let's get rage. Now let's get Pyre Chomper so we can have rage maybe in the future. He's got to be played. We have an Ice Storm, which we can play. So I think you do play it. I think you play it here because this guy's making it up. Let's stop him. Okay, he will die. We finally got our welder helper. Let's get that welder helper out. We gain 20 armor, we're taking 15. It's a net positive. Not by much, but it is. Let me just end turn. Okay, we can put tanks out in front of you. You keep getting the armor every turn. We're quick. So I think you just play an imp. So we take none. And I suppose you could just play another imp just to tank again. The queen is not really gaining as much armor as we would like, though. We really just need something else. We're not scaling as much as we would like, are we? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm going to play an imp, and I think I'm going to maybe spread you guys out. No, I think we'll actually just save trap shoot. We can daze the boss if we need to. With 19 lifesteal, we're not really getting much out of the daze. You have sweep too. Oh, that's so bad. I think we're actually just straight up dead, honestly. This is pretty detrimental to our chances. You know, that helps. You should have at least played the card. You're gonna take 34 damage. I don't know, Ice Tornado? You do 14 damage. 14, 28, 42. Armor 5's not even close. Guess you just, that makes you live for one more turn, so why don't you inflame up? Now you're taking 79. We could play Trap Shoot down here to get more spell weakness so that we can play Ice Tornado for more damage next turn if that gets a kill, but really it's the Reinforce that's gonna do it over anything else. So I think you save Trap Shoot to stun you on the next turn so we can do another, 200 damage or something. In which case, if we're gonna do that, we might as well play that. It discarded the wrong card, but that's okay. So 200 damage. Not a lot, however, you're only taking 286? You're only taking 500? What the hell? How? Stunning him for 2 turns added like no damage. I guess we're only doing 20 per hit. We're dead, dude. I will say, the queen is my worst champion by far, but that was just absurdly bad. That was just absurd. Where did it go wrong? I mean, I don't know. We had very little show up that we didn't take. We had just insane numbers of imps and not much else. I think our units were okay. It's just, I guess the thing is with the queen, how the heck do you build a queen that can survive if you are, like, okay, how do you place enough units that you can kill them while protecting your queen, while putting units behind your queen if your queen is your tank, or putting your queen behind a tank if you have a tank, and then having imps that you can use to buff the queen if she's your damage dealer, in which case she's getting rally bonus, and you need as many imp slots to play the imps, you know? Anyways, that was just not very good, was it? That was not very good.